Welcome to This Week in Our Collective Heads. I'm doing a first impressions video about Celeste. It's a 2D roguelike platformer. Well, it's not a roguelike because it's linear, but it's a hard as nails platformer from the developer of Towerfall. So, what questions do you have about this?
Towerfall. So I love Towerfall. I heard this is linear 2D, so like Super Mario Brothers basically in regards to difficulty and everything. What makes Celeste unique in regards to gameplay?
In regards to gameplay, the mechanics are simple. The platform is its own puzzle, and those are the kind of puzzles that I like because there's been a couple of times I've played it for about 45 minutes or so, and there's a lot of times I'll come onto the screen and I'll be like, okay, how am I even supposed to make this screen is impossible. This cannot be beaten. Yeah. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I mean, that was easy. Now this screen is impossible. And it's a lot of fun because the mechanics are very simple. You have, at this point, I would imagine they'll probably bring other mechanics into it, but I have a grabby button with the trigger. I have jump, and then I have a controlled dash that I can go in any of 8 directions. And that's all I'm doing, and I'm just climbing a mountain. As far as I can tell, that's basically the game, and it's very hard, and it keeps up with how many times you've died. I'm in like the mid 50s or something.
Okay.
But like Super Meat Boy, it puts you right back in.
I love that.
And that is the key. Yeah. And the other thing is, Super Meat Boy towards the end, some of those levels got really hard. So it wouldn't be like the first or second or fifth jump that you failed on. Like you were consistently failing on jump number 13, but you had to get 1 through 12 perfect before you could even get to that, and so that could be really frustrating.
Yeah.
So
what's the story?
With the fact
what's the context in that?
I'm climbing a mountain.
Okay.
I think there's more to it than that, and I've heard I haven't reached this point yet, but I've heard that there are elements of the character dealing with anxiety and depression, which, as someone who deals with anxiety and depression, makes me curious. And that's
insurmountable mountain that you just keep having to climb makes a lot of sense in regards to anxiety and being and the whole frustration.
So yeah, so
I can't get through this.
Yeah. The graphics are that whole 12-bit thing. It's halfway between 8 and 16. Yeah. But one of my favorite things is the idle animation. Whenever I get onto the next screen, I just sit there and my immediate reaction, this is impossible. So when you do that, your main character, I think her name is Miranda, her hand comes up and she goes,
Her name's not Celeste. Who's Celeste then?
I think Celeste is the mountain, maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know when I do my full review later on this year.
So who would you recommend this game for? Like who should be playing this?
Anybody who played Super Meat Boy and children.
Really?
Also everybody else. Because there's an easy mode.
Yes.
That you can turn on. You can slow it down to like I think 50%. You can get you have your air dash. You can get an extra air dash, and you can be invincible. You can be invulnerable to spikes. So I'm actually going to put my kids on it and like turn on all the cheats and see what they can do with it, because one of the things that they mentioned is they said, this is our game. We have a certain way that we think it should be played, but if that's inaccessible to you, we have included a way that you can play and experience our game because we want you to play and enjoy our game. Yeah. And I really, really appreciate that. And that's something that I hadn't seen. And it doesn't do it in like with the Wolfenstein, baby mode, don't hurt me. And, you get like the little bonnet and everything. It's not insulting you. It's saying, hey, if you are too frustrated with this game as is, we have this, I think they call it assist mode.
Okay.
Easy. It's not baby mode. It's an inclusive way of looking at it, and I really appreciated that.
I appreciate that, not only for people like you said, for people. You phrased it well. If this is not accessible to you, some people get really frustrated, especially when we're talking about anxiety and everything. Some people get really frustrated about certain games. If kids want to play it and they really like the art style, they like the character, it may be too hard for them. Cuphead's a great example of that. I bought it hoping that my wife would like it, and I fell in love with it, but it was way too hard for her. If Cuphead had a mode like that, she probably would play more Cuphead. Yeah. But she didn't play more than 10 minutes because it was intense. So
yeah, the price of entry is pretty steep.
It is. So let us know in the comments what you think of Celeste. We'll give you a full review later on, but let us know what you think right now, and we'll talk to you later.
Indeed. Also, Celeste is available on all the things. It's on Steam, it's on Xbox, it's on Switch and PlayStation. So, yay!
Yeah.